All right, so good to have you back from that commercial break. It's still the Weekend Politics, and we're live here at CRBC TV Calabar. Now, like I said before we went on that break, we are being joined by the chairman and some commission members of Cross River Diaspora Commission. By my left, let me quickly introduce a very good friend and brother, Mr. Otu Esoko. He's the chairman of the Cross River Diaspora Commission. Mr. Otu, so good to have you join us. Good evening.
Thank you.
And welcome to Weekend Politics. And the only lady in our midst, she's blessed to be amongst the men, Mrs. Emily Madwike. So good to have you. Welcome, Commissioner. Welcome.
Thank you.
And let's say happy Sunday to you.
Thank you.
And by my far left, we have Mr. Douglas Agbe. Mr. Douglas, welcome to Weekend Politics.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, so, Chairman, let's quickly look at the CRITCOM, Cross River Diaspora Commission. What is it all about? Okay,
thank you. First and foremost, we want to say thank you to His Excellency Prince Basi Edejotu, the Governor of Cross River State, for the vision of establishing Cross River State Diaspora Commission. And I will tell you for free that Cross River State is the first state in South Nigeria that has a Diaspora Commission, and also the fourth state in Nigeria that has a full-fledged commission that has to do with diaspora. So Diaspora Commission, Cross River State Diaspora Commission, is just a bridge between the government and perseverance in diaspora. And we thought it wise that for us to have a commission, another way of reaching out to perseverance in diaspora for resource mobilization and to see how they can give back to their home state. There are a lot of perseverance out there that have been wishing to give back to their state, but they were thinking of a channel. But we thank God for His Excellency's vision of also establishing the commission. So we're engaging, and that will bring results at the end of the day.
All right, great. Commissioner Emily, let's look at the mandate of CRITCOM. What are the mandates that your commission have?
Thank you very much, and good evening, viewers. The mandate of the commission is, like you all know, the commission is a bridge, set up as a bridge, between Cross River State and perseverance in diaspora, especially those who are willing to invest in Cross River State. So one of the mandates is to establish a database. We have to have a proper database of all Cross Riverians who are out there in various parts of the world, and we have to mobilize resources for development. We are supposed to partner with our Cross Riverians who are out there, encourage them to come and help us develop Cross River State in various areas, medical area, education, science and technology, things like that. And we are also supposed to exchange our cultural programs with other countries of the world. We are to also act as governor's envoy. When he travels out there, we as the Diaspora Commission, we are supposed to go as an advanced party, to ensure that we mobilize perseverance, for a town hall meeting with His Excellency. And that's just a few of the mandates that we have.
All right, great. Mr. Douglas, let's quickly look at the mission, the vision, and the core values of the Diaspora Commission.
Well, the mission and the core value of the Diaspora Commission, as the name implies, is quite simple. We have Cross River State communities spread all over the world, and they've been quite distant from what is going on in the state. And one of our focus mission is to connect with those outside the country, to engage with them, and bring government policy to life, so that there will be that inclusivity and connectivity with those overseas, so that they can be part of whatever is happening in the state, and then get involved in government policies. I know some of them don't even have local networks and all that for them to follow up what activities going on in the state. It is our duty to inform them in various platforms that have been set up to ensure that they are deeply aware. And then some of them have investments that they want to invest in the state, but because of the wrong information from social media, that they hear about Nigeria and all that, makes them very skeptical in trying to, come back and give back to the state. So the Diaspora Commission is going to serve as a stopgap between the government and the people, so that we take government policy closer to the people, and at the same time bring the people's requests to the government. And then we, being a stopgap mission, we try to incorporate their concerns and also the ambition of the government, so that we can marry them together and see how we can boost the economic activity of our state. And there are so many Cross-River doing intelligently well in various sectors. Some of them are, there was recently, although not a Cross-River, but an Akwa Ibom, our neighbor, who happens to now become the mayor of one of the counties in the United Kingdom. We have so many of them like that have not been identified. We need to use this opportunity to equally bring them on board, learn from them, share policies and all that, to ensure that we develop Cross-River State, we galvanize Cross-River State, and the vision of Prince Bassey Edetutu is, the vision of Prince Bassey Edetutu is being put on the table, so that we can incorporate it into what the government is doing. And with the able leadership of Mr. Chairman here, with this direction and purpose, I think that we should be able to achieve that mission.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Douglas. Chairman, let's look at, we've never had a diaspora commission in the state. Like you said, that this is the first in the South-South geopolitical zone. What do we stand as a state to gain from this commission?
Okay, first and foremost, we have what we call diaspora remittances. Those money wired from our brothers and sisters out there that gets to us. There's a percentage being withdrawn from CBN, and as a state, we're also entitled to those percentages. And as at last year, when we did have a diaspora commission, a channel, Nigeria has been able to galvanize about over 60 billion naira from that diaspora remittances. And a state like Lagos State, Abia State, and the rest that has had a commission, a diaspora commission, have been enjoying. And I felt that's also a sub-chain to us as a state, Cross-River State, because we have a lot of Cross-Riverians out there in the diaspora that are giving back one way or the other. So, and the first thing we will stand to gain is diaspora remittances, and which so far so good. We when we floated the commission, we wrote to CBN, also wrote to Nigerians in diaspora commission, so we can be enlisted as a state. And this year we're going to enjoy that diaspora remittances. That's number one. Number two, like you said, we also have, as a state, we're open to investment. Really, we started the process and seeing how we can bring about the investment summit. We have a summit later in the year that we call Cross-River State Diaspora Investment Summit, where we're going to bring investors both from international and local. They sit on the round table and see how we can come up with developmental projects in the state, and also support what His Excellency is doing so far. So we have an investment as another leg, and also tourism. We have tourism also to add to that. So far so good. Carnival Commission, Tourism, Ministry of Tourism, they're doing a great job. So also support them to see how we can drive tourism out there. And she made mention of cultural exchange. Sometime in August, we're going to Birmingham. And we're not just going there as a convention, we're going there also to showcase our cultural reach, because as a state, we'll have a big cultural reach, and see how we can also exchange our cultures with that of different countries. And we also have another leg in science and technology. We're seeing how we can bring about development in science and technology. We look at the state, we look at the capital, Calabar. We're saying how we can have an effective transportation system. So we started working on that, where you buy a card and you swap the card to enter a transportation to your various destinations. So working on that, and in the distance time, the state will be open up to investment and development. So.
Let me just stick with you, Mr. Chairman. You appear to have sufficient knowledge about what you're superintending over. We'd like to know about your background.
Okay, my background, I have a background in diaspora activities. I also have a background in investment, and I also have a public service background, having worked with Dr. Mrs. Abike Dabiri Erewa OON, and Chairman CEO Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for so many years, and having been under tutelage and all that, so I've been able to understand basically an overall overview of what diaspora activities are all about, and I've also been privileged to work closely with her, when it comes to different projects and different activities. So I have that background as a diaspora.
Yeah, great. Okay, Mrs. Emily, let me get to you. You have a great background in finance. You have a very firm background in finance. Now, let's quickly get to know, as an finance expert, how can the state harness the revenues that will be generated from remittances?
Yeah, with my experience, especially in banking, I had the privilege of managing assets in banking, and during that period, I had to relate with several organizations. I had to give financial advice to businesses and direction. So, being in this commission with the revenues and financial mobilization that we are going to be embarking on or handling, I think I will bring to bear my experience in finance to give advice, and also give appropriate direction to the investors who will be willing to invest in Cross River State.
Great. Okay, Mr. Douglas, you have lived most of your life in the United Kingdom. How are Cross Riverians faring there, and what is the willingness for them to, jump on this commission that is about 2 weeks old?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a wonderful opportunity because we have Cross Riverians, like I said earlier, scattered all over the globe, but there's no proper way to galvanize Cross Riverians for us to put their situations forward. But with the creation of the Diaspora Commission across River State, it has afforded us the opportunity to investigate issues and matters that concerns them. I have a background in advocacy and humanitarian development, which I think I'll bring that to bear in this situation. I will give you an instance. When I used to live in Trinidad and Tobago, I found out that there are so many Nigerians that are in prison, and people are not even aware that they are there. What we intend to do as a commission is to have proper data of people that are Cross Riverians, and also to identify those, that need to, how would I put it, that need to resettle, because some of them have gone what they call the Jackpot syndrome. Have gone there and it has not favored them, and because of that, they are lost in whatever country they are. And some of them are rough sleepers, some of them have mental health and all that, and some of them are not properly documented. And because of lack of documentation, the host countries are not really affording them the necessary medical privileges. If we identify such situations and they ask with the government, we can assist to bring them back home, rehabilitate them, and also, give them an opportunity to live a meaningful life in our country.
Great. That's very good one there. But let's quickly take a short break, and we'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back from that break. Indeed, it's still the weekend politics, and still here with me is the chairman and some commission members of the Cross River Diaspora Commission. So, chairman, let's quickly do a wrap on this. Let's get to know, we've been talking about the diaspora. How about the Cross Riverians here at home? How can they key into this commission? And I would like you to use that also as your parting statement.
Okay, thank you very much. In as much as we talk about diaspora, we're talking about the state diaspora, and which has to do with the territorial boundaries of Cross River State. So even a nearby Cross River and in Akwa Ibom State is a diaspora. So we don't limit ourselves to just those outside the country. We also talk to those within the country because we have Crossriverians in diaspora in Nigeria. So we also talking to them. Then concerning those back home, we've started a lot of modalities, a lot of investment programs, a lot of initiatives, a lot of entrepreneurship programs, which at the end of the day, if they come to be, those back home are going to benefit a lot. Before now, we also have a program we're looking at, Industrial Hub, where we'll give room to local manufacturers to invest in Cross River State and also employ indigents, and that's another way of taking unemployment burden from the government, and those at back home will also enjoy it. And I also tell them, if you're a Cross Riverian in diaspora, always see yourself as an ambassador of the state. Whatever you do negatively affects the state. So while you're out there, preach the story of Cross River State. We're safe and we're ready for investment.
Absolutely. While you're out there, preach the story of Cross River State. Mrs. Madueke, let's get your parting shot for Cross Riverians watching us right now.
The Cross River Diaspora Commission is set and running, and we are here to partner with all our brothers and sisters out there. Whatever area that you think you need us, we are here. Our doors are open and we are welcome.
Mr. Agbe, let's get a parting shot.
The Cross River State Diaspora Commission has been given back to, and it has come to stay under the able leadership of our chairman here. And just like my sister here said, our doors are open for business. And do not feel like that because you don't live overseas, you are not part of the commission. Whatever you think that ideas of collaboration you can bring to the table for us to develop the state is a collective effort for all of us. The state belongs to all of us. We have no other state than Cross River State.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. On that note, we'd like to say a very big thank you to the chairman of Cross River Diaspora Commission, Prince Otu Esoko. Thank you very much for your time on the show. And the only lady in our midst, Mrs. Emily Madueke, thank you very much, ma'am, for your time on the show.
Thank you.
Don't forget to Mr. Douglas Agbe, thank you so very much. Gentlemen and lady, it's been a great time having you, and we look forward to having you in further engagement. So this is where we draw a curtain on this particular segment. The next face you see on the set would be the State Secretary of the All Progressives Congress. Stay with us. Weekend Politics will be back soon.